off and on, I've been watching the Olympics and stuff. And in my last video, I did mention the latest cheating in the Olympic Games in women's sports. And now a lot of people have peaked, you might say, and puked because this damn dude here in the red, I mean, you can tell he's a damn dude. God, the shoulders on that guy, just to look there. Whatever it is, Imane Khalif or whatever the shit his name is. He beat the crap out of Italy's Angela Carini, and Angela decided to throw in the towel. She couldn't take it because she recognized his strength was just too much. She was going to get killed, is what was going to happen to her. And she decided to throw in the towel for safety reasons. And that woman is a hero because she stood up to a cheater. She was not going to put up with that crap anymore. And this damn cheat and that other guy that's scheduled to also box, they were rejected by a athletic body, which they didn't pass the chromosome tests or the testosterone or whatever, because they're men, all right? They're like old Caster Semenya with the itty-bitty dick, and that's all they've got. They're dudes by any stretch of the imagination. Your dick size has nothing to do with anything. If you're an XY, you're born XY. Doesn't matter if you're DSD or a cross-dresser or whatever. You don't belong in women's sports. You're a damn cheat. And enough is enough with the IOC allowing this goddamn travesty. But anyway, I looked and looked and looked and tried to find the actual clip of the fight, and I can't find it anywhere. I see reports about it, but it's like 40 seconds, 6 seconds of the match, but I haven't seen it anywhere posted. And you know, that's like the opening ceremonies. And you know, NBC, they got squeamish, and they decided they weren't going to put the entire thing on. They scrubbed it, so only certain parts of it are up, not the entire opening ceremony, because they're afraid of offending whatever people. But this thing is really bad. This is not about trans. This is a damn male cheat, DSD cheat, alleged DSD. And they're way worse than the trans because they've been allowed to get away with it for years. I mean, we could look at our Caster Semenya, our favorite cheater. And he was the one who stole from women. And actually, in the Rio Games of 2016 that I've talked about repeatedly, the 800 meter, all three of the medalists were dudes. Biggest scandal ever in the history of the Olympics, and totally underreported. So this, they couldn't sweep this under the rug entirely because she stopped playing. And all women who are competing and they're forced to compete against men have to do this. They have to not compete with them. And it doesn't matter how many years they trained or if they signed a contract or blah, 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 blah. I think it was that Sharon Davies, whatever the hell her name is, that has a Twitter account. And she was going on and on about how bad this was. But, well, it's not that easy. It's just not that easy for women to not compete. Well, yeah, it is that easy. It really is that easy, but women are infamous. They're absolutely infamous for passing the buck. They want somebody else, some damn knight on a white horse to rescue them. And they act like a bunch of damsels in distress. And somebody's got to bail them out. But no, you've got to do it. You women have to do it. You have to do it not just for yourselves, but for future female athletes. Instead of just saying, oh, to hell with it, I'll go ahead and compete, and I'll take silver, or I'll take bronze, or I'll take 4th place, or whatever. Because this is my time to shine. And to hell with everybody else. Women can't do that anymore. And someday some woman's going to get killed in some damn event because this was allowed to continue. That guy looks a lot like Fallon Fox. I think taller. I call him Fallon Fox. That guy that, I forget what his real name was, Boyd Burton or whatever. And he was beating the shit out of women. And then the women, finally, a lot of them, they just refused to compete with him. And he couldn't find anybody to beat up anymore. And so he was done. But we've got 2 of these guys that are in that women's event. And that shit's got to stop. It's really got to stop. Anyway, the Italy boxer abruptly walked away from her Algerian opponent and went to her corner Thursday, abandoning her bout, an extremely rare occurrence in Olympic boxing. Carini didn't shake Khalif's hand after the referee formally raised it, but she cried in the ring after sinking to her knees. Minutes afterward, a still tearful Carini said she quit because the pain of those opening punches. I felt a severe pain in my nose, and with the maturity of a boxer, I said enough, because I didn't want to. I couldn't finish the match, Carini said. Khalif was disqualified from the 2023 World Championships after failing an unspecified gender eligibility list, sex eligibility, and his presence at the Paris Olympics has become a divisive issue. It should be. He should be thrown out. He's a fucking cheat. Should be hounded out. He and that other guy. Carini, who had a spot of blood on her trunks, said she wasn't making a political statement and was not refusing to fight Khalif. Well, she did, whether she says it or not. Carini further said she is not qualified to decide whether Khalif should be allowed to compete. He's a dude. He's a dude. And that other guy was also disqualified. But she said she did her job. Khalif is an accomplished amateur who won a silver medal at the International Boxing Association's 2022 World Championships. The IBA, which has been banned from the Olympics since 2019 after years of disputes with the IOC, disqualified him from last year's championship shortly before his gold medal match because of what it claimed were elevated levels of testosterone, i.e., he is a dude. He's not a woman with too much testosterone. He's a goddamn man. And probably both of these guys will be, that other guy will be in there too, in the finals. He's 25 years old. And he entered the ring but the crowd was confused by the bout's sudden end. Italy coach Emanuele Renzini said he discussed the matchup with Carini and offered to allow her back out earlier, but the boxer had been very determined to fight until the opening minute. I'm heartbroken because I'm a fighter, Carini said. My father taught me to be a warrior. I've always stepped into the ring with honor, and I've always served my country with loyalty. And this time I couldn't do it because I couldn't fight anymore, and so I ended the match. And oh, Jesus Christ. Khalif could clinch an Olympic medal with a victory in his quarterfinal bout on Saturday against Anna Luka Hamori, Hungary's first women's Olympic boxer. And then she expressed no concern. You better be goddamn concerned, lady. You better be damn concerned. But anyway, that was enough of the outrage for today. So I knew I had to get my 2 cents in. But if I can find a damn clip of that fight, then I'll post the link to it. But anyway, that is it for me.